Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about my Fortnite skills because I am trash at Fortnite, and this first clip is perfect. I'm here first, I got the gun, they're running down there to fight over scraps. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna drink this slurp juice before why do you have a shotgun and why are you coming up? It's okay, you know what, I'm just gonna land over here and I'm gonna what? How did you even get there? I don't even have a gun. Go away, go away, go away. I am a trash player at Fortnite. No, seriously, I'm trash. I'm literally a 2 out of 10 player. My builds are trash, my aim is trash, my strategies overall are trash. You might have heard of Flashy Flash from One Punch Man. Well, this is me, Trashy Trash. You can see my proud parents, my grandfather, my distant cousin Garbage. I am really trash at this game, and the problem with that is that it makes me mad. And I mean, it makes me really mad. And you're gonna sit there and say, oh, bless your heart, you get salty at video games sometimes. No, I'm talking about violently, destructively, psychotically unhinged levels of angry. I scream as loud as I can, punch my desk, I rip hair out of my head, I punch holes in walls, destroy things around me, break gaming accessories, and more than a few times I've bit myself hard enough to where I taste blood. I mean, we're talking the kind of, you should go see a doctor about that levels of angry is what Fortnite does to me when I play it. And it's a shame because Fortnite's a really good game and it can be very fun, but it's so hard for me. And like, I know there's a bunch of like edgelords in here that I'm like, haha, I played Fortnite too. It was such a trash game it made me want to kill myself. No, Fortnite's a great game. It's a super well designed game. People that hate on it generally are just mad because it's popular and it dethroned whatever other game they like. But I want to enjoy it, but I can't. And people see this when I stream sometimes, too. They see me struggling to hold back all of this anger, to keep a clear head, and I don't always keep it together. Sometimes I flip out and get mad and say horrible things, and I'm terrified that one day I'm going to wake up and find out that Sean Ranklin has his own, like, lowlight of me for someday, and there's going to be, like, a whole new genre on YouTube of Drifter lowlight streams getting mad at Fortnite. And I also know that this goes against my image of a guy that's calm and cool-headed and collected and talks about philosophy and math and all these really important political things. You know, that's a sort of cultivated image that I've worked on for a long time, and I would say that that's me, and not 100%, but I've actually worked hard to try to become that guy. The real me, especially for those of you that have been here for a while, is a guy with a whole variety of mental health problems and chemical imbalances and terrible background and bad coping habits and stuff. I hear voices that aren't there. I see things. Sounds make me so angry that I get violent. Paranoid mindset. Tons of real, like, serious problems that I've had to work super hard for years to overcome, to become a normal. I didn't even have a normal speaking voice until a couple years back. Like, if you want to go look at my old videos, you'll see a robot voice. It's just terrifying on a different level. But these are things that I've busted my hump to overcome. But Fortnite brings out literally all of the worst of them in me so quickly that I don't even know if I can play it anymore. So then we're going to move on to the point of this video. And you're going to say, okay, well, you're mad at Fortnite because you're bad at it. Fortnite tilts you. You lose all the time. You're mad because bad, trash because bad, whatever. But what is it about Fortnite that makes me so incredibly angry that I do these things and I feel this way? And that's a hard question because games have almost always been calming. Even violent games, even games that are normally really tilty for people like League of Legends and Overwatch have overall been calming, nice experiences for me. Not that I've never gotten mad at League of Legends or Overwatch or whatever, but it wasn't even remotely on the same level as Fortnite. It was just like baby stuff in comparison. So I gave it some thought and I realized it's because I'm bad at the game, or I'm trash, but that's sort of a nuanced thing. I'm literally mad because bad, but being bad makes me mad because there's extra baggage that comes with it, which is what we're about to get to. So, first of all, nobody likes losing, right? Nobody likes losing badly or unfairly. Unfortunately, Fortnite makes me feel like I'm losing unfairly literally all of the time. The primary reason for this is because I can't build, at least not well. I asked other streamers and stuff for advice, and they say you don't build. I've seen your streams, you don't build. My fans say they don't build. I've seen posts about me on Reddit and elsewhere like, I used to like Drifter, but then I watched him play Fortnite and get super mad because he never built. What a trash player, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's so much stuff like that. And I'm so bad at building, dude. I box myself in on accident. I hit the wrong keys. My edits are slow. I often panic build in the wrong places. I build under ramps and get stuck in my own box, which is embarrassing. And these are bad habits that I can conquer with practice. If I sit down and I practice really hard at building at Fortnite, I can get much more competent at it. That's a thing I have the skill set to do. But what isn't conquerable, at least not yet, is my instincts, which are 100% backwards for this game. I've been playing shooting games since Doom 1. I've been playing shooting games since the original Rainbow Six, since Unreal Tournament. I've been playing shooting games since before I could form proper sentences in English. And these games that I've played my whole life are all about shooting people or things and controlling good positions. Get the high ground, get the good position, get the gun, shoot the person. And at the end of the day, Fortnite looks like a shooting game and it pulls in a lot of people from that genre, but Fortnite is not a shooting game. Fortnite is just not that thing. Fortnite is a building game. It's a game about building, and building means winning fights. You don't really win a lot of fights in Fortnite without building unless you get a lucky snipe or something. However, it's new. It's a year old, and I've come into this with 25 years of exactly the opposite of experience. Like 25 years, like the entire history of first-person shooters almost is what I've been playing. And my mind and my instincts, whatever, never wants to build. I have no desire to build. Maybe like I get the concept, right? Like maybe I'll build a little box around me for protection, or oh, there's some guy up high. I'll build up to him, and then once we reach the same level, we will have a gentlemanly duel and see who can shoot better. Or obviously you can climb up or down building and stuff like that, but my brain in Fortnite wants to fight, and it doesn't want to build all these boxes and triangles and edit holes and things like that. So I'll see my enemy, and I'm like, all right, I got you at a distance. I know where you're at. I'm going to aim my gun at you. I'm going to shoot you right in the head. And, he sees me too, and I'm like, all right, this is going to be like a quick draw gunfight. We both see each other. We're going to shoot, and whoever has the best aim and strafe and stuff wins. But while I'm aiming, this dude all of a sudden builds like a 4-story fortress and starts hyper-editing holes, and he's got enough time to start adding nice like handrails and decorations and stuff to it. Meanwhile, I'm still on the ground spamming at the building, and I realize, oh, this is a build fight. This fight's supposed to start with building. He's only 3 or 4 levels ahead of me. I guess I'm 100% disadvantaged because now I have to try and catch up to him, and this guy already builds faster than me, plus being a couple levels ahead. And I've basically lost these fights before I even realize something was wrong, and then I die and I get super pissed off about it. And that's a problem not with raw mechanical skill so much. I can practice and overcome bad building habits, but a complete top-down mindset failure. Also, not a fan of the bloom mechanics in this game. I'm not going to harp on this too much. I really don't like the random bloom spread things. Even with the first shot's accuracy, they always seem to betray me. They're very annoying. I play hit scan characters in Overwatch at Diamond rank, and I can't hit anything in Fortnite. The most random noob has better aim than me in Fortnite, or more generous bloom, but I can play like McCree and Diamond, and I don't know, whatever. It's even harder with shotguns. Everybody else's shotguns are like one-hitting me. My shotguns are dealing 7 damage. I've never been good at close quarters combat on PC either. Even at Overwatch and other games, for whatever reason, I struggle when people get in close to me. And it's rough, So my guns feel broken and weak, whereas other people just world star me in 2 to 3 shots. And these are the reasons that I'm trash at Fortnite, and these are the reasons that make me mad. But honestly, this is only about 10% of the problem. This is me not being good at the game. This is me being a loser. This is me being a spoil sport, right? It's not really the source of the anger. And I do like Fortnite. I'm definitely complaining about it a lot here, but I enjoy this game, and it can be extremely fun to play. It's one of the more innovative games on the market. Even though it started, copying PUBG, it's turned into something totally amazing, cross-platform. I've made whole videos about why the game's good. But most days, I don't think I'm actually playing Fortnite for fun. I've got a chip on my shoulder half the size of my very own soul right now when it comes to Fortnite, because I wanted to do something new with this channel and with my life. So I've been making guide videos on YouTube for quite literally a decade now. Since 2009, I have been doing in-depth on Call of Duty. Some of you are not 10 years old yet. Actually, probably a small portion of you. I had a lot of college students here. But I have been making YouTube videos since before some of you started high school. Like, I've done every stat in every COD game and other games, every number, every test, every like qualitative thing, every bug I've gone over, every patch, every bit of editing, and I've edited like 2,500 videos, and it's been a slow process that has actually melted my mind. It is, that's why I hired an editor, because I just can't handle it anymore. It drives me crazy to do big, complicated edits with lots of numbers. I'm tired of just being the guy who reads numbers. I'm tired of being the guy who is only as valuable as his information and is otherwise discardable. On top of this, in the Call of Duty community, I've more or less hit that value peak. I've like maxed out my exposure in the community. The Call of Duty community is not growing. It's kind of slowly going down, and there's not a whole lot of new faces that are really going to find me and fall in love with this channel and all that kind of stuff. You know, I strongly tie my identity to YouTube, which is probably a terrible thing to do to begin with. So I'm kind of tapped out there. And the Call of Duty community itself is really toxic. I don't think anybody in the Call of Duty community would say it's the most positive, uplifting thing. No, that's a really toxic group, and the game launches and Activision decisions and stuff for the last couple of years have only made it even worse. And it's gotten so bad that most days I just don't care to be outraged. I've gone from angry to disheartened to just flat. That's why I haven't making all these videos just hating on stuff on my channel, because it's just like, whatever, it's more of the same, right? And I got tired of that. I wanted something new to do with my life. I wanted to be more. I wanted to do more. I wanted to be popular for being funny, or for my skills, or a streamer, or find some new hobby or something to kind of get into. And I tried a lot of new things, primarily YouTube related, from film reviews to vlogs to little skits to Overwatch to PUBG. But Fortnite, none of that really took, honestly. Some of it is doing okay, but in general, it didn't really take. Overwatch almost did, but then I betrayed Overwatch to do Black Ops 3, and it was too late. Fortnite seemed like a golden opportunity. There were so many channels that just restarted their whole lives on Fortnite because it was so popular. And I just saw this like golden opportunity to play Fortnite, to do something new with my life, to make a new kind of content. And I'm really kind of sad I missed like that really hype alpha phase, like back in February and January and whatever, but I hated that alpha. Like, the alpha Fortnite was so bad. And I realized pretty early on that making guides in Fortnite, like in depth, weren't really going to gain me any traction. In order to do them successfully, I had to clickbait them, like, new amazing gun, guaranteed win every time, or just do insane clickbait and lie. So making my guides quality didn't really matter, because the YouTube algorithm would just promote the clickbait. And the guides would get outdated because of patches. I still did them because I was trying to develop other skills and work on things, and I was just like, I'm going to do guides for now, right? But the videos that were doing well, at least on YouTube, and the things that people wanted in the Fortnite community, was all about streaming, and it was all about being live and live commentaries and playing with fans, and that's what I wanted to join in on. The problem is, no matter how hard I played, I never actually got good at the game. I never got much good gameplay to present. I never had really anything to show off. So I'm like, hey, I'm that guy that used to do Call of Duty. Now I'm kind of mediocre at Fortnite. Great. And my builds were slow. My edits were slow. When I won fights in Fortnite, and you guys saw this, I was playing bad people. I'm winning I'm winning fights through health attrition, or what I would call console conservative tactics, just playing really safe and smart. Like, a lot of console players like to play smart instead of just going all out with aim for obvious reasons. And I compared to other people that were doing this and doing this well, and just becoming huge gaming personalities or whatever. I was literally a potato. I was a no-skin. I was awful. And I was like, well, that's nothing that I can't fix with practice and effort, right? I totally get I'm behind. I can't become ninja overnight. That's not going to happen. Wrong. I got worse over time. I practiced. I watched guides. I watched streams. I asked for advice. And I literally got worse. I think I'm still literally getting worse at Fortnite. You're seeing curated gameplay. You're seeing the good stuff right now. I got worse. I tried my ever-living heart out. I tried harder at Fortnite than I did to break into Diamond and Overwatch. While I was getting worse, somehow, despite my best efforts, everyone else was getting better. And now I was so far left in the dust, I was just like a dusty potato. I was just nothing in this whole thing that I wanted. So I kept trying and dying and losing, and it began to grind on me. Or more accurately, it began to grind on my hopes, because I wanted to use Fortnite to just kind of bust out and do live commentary and stream and do, you know, new fun things. But it seemed like there was no place for me in this game. There was no way for me to win, no strategy that worked, nothing that entertained the stream, no amount of effort, no amount of positive attitude change. Nothing really worked. I would try my heart out. I'd tried harder, so hard, but for some reason, Fortnite had a secret about it, a mythos, something strange that just completely eluded me, that I was never able to learn. For a little bit, I blamed the game. I was like, you know, building's wonky. You know, it's a kid's game. You know, it's got bloom. You know, the shotguns are random. But every successive update that Epic did, maybe minus the airplanes, has been consistently to make the game less random. So over time, there were just less and less things for me to blame, until the only thing left for me to blame was myself. And playing the game and dying over and over and over and over again, having only myself to blame for dying, for being so bad at this, and for being weak, and for being a failure, is not good. It's not healthy. It's not a positive mental attitude, right? I got to where I could not 1v1 anybody in this game. A random no skin. I could not handle myself against a lower tier player. When I played on squads, I was pretty much always a drag to the team, and I don't like being the sandbag in the squad, so I got even more angry at myself the entire time. It just like, each and every time I screwed up in Fortnite or didn't understand something or got massacred, it was like getting a personalized letter from Epic Games, and you open it up and it reads, "You are stupid and weak and slow, and you are a failure at life. You and your dreams are trash, i.e. worthless. Heart Epic Games." And that's how it felt, you know? I never really got mad at Epic about the game, because obviously it's not the game, it's my fault. I only got mad at myself for failing to succeed. The one thing that I wanted to do most, to change my life, to do something positive and good, I couldn't do, and I got worse at it and worse at it, and it's like getting further away from your goal. It's like swimming as hard as you can to get out of a river or like a riptide, and only being pulled further back in, and it just wore down my heart, honestly. It crushed me, and that's what made me so angry at Fortnite. That's why I flipped out. That's why I screamed. That's why I punched walls and got mad and pulled hair and made a big fucking fit about it on stream and all this kind of stuff. It's because it felt like when I was dying, my goals for the future were dying with them. A part of me was dying. Thankfully, Call of Duty Blackout came out, and that's been great for me. I've had something else to play for a while now, but it still kind of makes me sad because I want to participate in Fortnite. I see this game, I recognize it, I know how fun it is. You know, I've gone to tournaments. I think, honestly, I started getting worse about this after the tournament. I don't know why. The tournament, I placed so much better in the tournament that I went to than I ever thought I would have, and I was like, hey, you know, maybe I'm learning something. Maybe I'm doing something good. And then I got even worse. And oh my God, it broke my heart. So, but I still want to do Fortnite. I still want to play this game and have fun. The problem is, even with all of this perspective and, you know, introspection and time off and try to be more positive and better attitude, it still gets me very tilted. Every time I make a bad mistake, it's just an instant reminder of all the things I've done in the past, all the times I got mad and hurt myself, all the times I embarrassed myself on stream, all the times I couldn't learn something, all the times I said something shitty to my wife because I was mad at games. It just all comes back, and that's very hard to deal with, and I still get very tilted at Fortnite. And you know what? Despite all of this, I'm stepping back up to play Fortnite again. No matter how bad it hurts. And a lot of you guys are like, wow, this sounds like an abusive relationship. I don't really think of it that way. And you're going to ask, well, why? If you get so mad at the game, why not just quit? And the answer is, I want something. I have hope for something. I have goals. I have desires. I have dreams. There's something that I want to do with Fortnite. I also have a bad attitude problem with being told I can't do something and being unsuccessful. It kind of pisses me off, and I want to keep going at it. It's a totally different issue. Actually, that's a very related issue. But But these goals that I have, these desires, these successes, these changes in my life that I want will not just materialize out of thin air. It's not going to go poof, I'm not going to find a magic lamp. I'm not going to stumble into the next Fortnite next week and become the next ninja or whatever. I don't even know if that's what I really want to be honest with you, but I'm just ready to change. So I have to work for it, and I have to work at Fortnite to get better, and most importantly, I got to work on myself. I have a lot of self-work to do, and I've done a lot this year, but I've got a long way to go. And from this point on, you are probably going to see more Fortnite on the channel. Probably going to start again in the new year with some Fortnite content, and hopefully I don't get stark raving mad at it. And guys, that is all for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.